What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Universal Mastery. Welcome back to my public YouTube channel. Now, if you're new, let me give you a little bit of a perspective on exactly what I do here, okay? What I do here is I break down the occult sciences, and I break them down to a very practical degree so that you can simply use them and apply them in your day-to-day life and get real, actual results with what it is that I'm teaching here on my channel simply by applying your observation and awareness, okay? Let me also give you a little bit of a perspective on who I am, just so that you know who you're getting this information from, okay? My name is Jeremiah Schwartz. I am a professional occultist. I am fully initiated in the entirety of the Kabbalistic tree. I'm studied when it comes to the 22 major arcana of the tarot deck, and I'm also studied when it comes to planets in direct association with astrology, okay? So what exactly are we going to be talking about in today's video? We are going to be talking about a very fascinating subject, and that subject is going to be the dark Kabbalah in movies, okay? Specifically, what I'm going to be going into is, why is there dark Kabbalah in movies? Okay, so a lot of you may know, especially if you've been studying my channel, you may know that there is a lot of dark Kabbalistic symbolism and even rituals that are portrayed, shown, and performed within movies, TV shows, and music videos. Okay, if you don't know about that yet, then I would definitely recommend going through my YouTube channel and scrolling through the specific videos that I have where I break down movies, TV shows, and music videos, because in those videos, that's exactly what I show you. But this is something that is taking place. There is dark Kabbalistic programming that goes into the entertainment industry. And I'm going to explain to you in today's video in depth why that takes place. Why is it happening? Why is there dark Kabbalistic programming placed in the entertainment industry in the first place? What is it meant to do? Okay? So if this is something that you're interested in, then definitely stay tuned, and I will see you on the other side. Okay, so let's go into it. So, dark Kabbalah. Okay, let me start by first letting you know that I am somebody who is an active practitioner of the dark Kabbalistic tree. For those of you that don't know what the dark Kabbalistic tree is, it is called the clip-off. Okay, you could even look it up on Wikipedia and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yes, so dark Kabbalah is the clip-off. It is basically going to be the negative aspect of the Sephiroth, which is the tree of life, okay? And when it comes to the entertainment industry, there is tons of clipothic programming. There is tons of Kabbalistic programming that is placed within the entertainment industry, okay? So the first thing that we really need to understand is that obviously the people that are the higher up producers of TV shows, music videos, and movies, etc. These are people that have a knowledge of Kabbalah, okay? Because if they didn't have a knowledge of Kabbalah, then there wouldn't be Kabbalistic programming within the movies, okay? Or within the industries, the entertainment industries. And I'm telling you this firsthand. I am somebody personally, as I said, who is well studied as an occultist, understands the darker aspects of the occult field way more than the average person. I have an A-list membership for AMC movie theaters, so I see movies all the time, and I am telling you, there is so much dark Kabbalistic programming that goes into movies that would blow somebody's mind if they actually had the awareness to recognize what they were watching. Okay, see, most people that consume the entertainment have no idea what they're watching is actually programmed to interfere with their consciousness. Okay, most people just consume it mindlessly. They're just looking for a little bit of entertainment. I mean, that's what the field is called in the first place. Yeah, people are just looking for a little bit of fun, put your mind at ease, entertainment, so to yada yada yada. But really, once again, to somebody like myself, whenever I'm in the movie theater, which I go often, I am watching the movies very intentionally because I'm always trying to figure out what is the deeper message that is being shown in the background of the movie. Okay, so there's always going to be a general message. There's always going to be something that's going to try to grab your attention and hold on to it. But then behind that, operating on your subconscious and unconscious mind, there oftentimes is a whole nother message or a whole nother intention that is placed within the program or placed within the movie, TV show, music video, you name it. Okay? So the question is, so with all of that being said, I'm assuming you listening to this now know what I'm talking about in regards to the dark Kabbalistic programming that happens in movies. Okay, this video is not me going to sit here and try to prove to you that this is something that takes place and it happens. If you want the value from the information that I'm sharing, then take what I'm saying. If not, forget about it. It is what it is. I could care less. Okay? But once again, for those of you that know, you definitely know. So that's where we're at. Why does it take place? This is the big question. Why do they do it? Okay? Why do the people that have the power to place these programs in the movies themselves, why do they spend their time, money, energy, and focus on putting dark Kabbalistic programming and rituals within movies? Why do they do this? Why is this something that they care about? Why is this something that they, as I said, spend so much time and energy on? Okay? This is a question that you should have yourself. And here is the reason, okay? The reason why the industries, the entertainment industries, are using dark Kabbalistic programming is because the people that control this planet on a complete economic level, and when I say control this planet, I mean control this planet completely, dominate this planet, meaning you try to go against them, you're going to be cut out of place. Doesn't matter who you think you are, doesn't matter what you are, it is actually divinely a part of this multiverse. And what I mean by that is the people who are in power right now, and when I say people, I'm not talking about just 5 people or 7 people. I'm talking about thousands of people, but generally it's a small minority amongst the mass collective. But the group of people that are in control of this planet truly are the most powerful people on the planet, and that is for a divine reason. And when I say that, what I mean is that there is real universal laws that are in place that are behind why this is true. Okay, this is not something that happened by a mistake. This is not something that happens for no reason. It's not something that, some group of people got lucky. This is something where it is structured that way very intentionally by the universe itself. Okay? Now, these groups of people that I'm talking about are black magicians. I am one of them. Okay? I am one of these people amongst the other thousands upon thousands of these individuals that exist. Okay? But these individuals are black magicians. The people that control the planet are black magicians. Okay? The people that control the planet control what is being consumed by the mass collective, because black magicians always want to have full-scale dominance, and in order to have full-scale dominance, you need to have full control of the population. So the most important avenue to get your hands on as a black magician is going to be the entertainment industry, because that is exactly what the mass collective is constantly consuming. So if you can control the entertainment industry, then you can completely program the mass collective. If you can completely program the mass collective, then you can cause them to manifest realities for themselves that keeps them lower down on the totem pole and keeps them as consumers purchasing products and spending money mindlessly. Okay? This is a truth. If this is something you didn't know, if you're listening to this now, then this is your red pill. Okay? So that is definitely the case. And when it comes to the entertainment industry, the occult and its black magic aspects are riddled within it. Okay, so as I said, the people who are the producers, the prime producers of these TV shows, music videos, and movies, they have a knowledge of Kabbalistic programming. Okay, they have a knowledge of the Kabbalistic tree, and specifically, they have a knowledge of the darker aspects of the Kabbalistic tree, the negative side of the tree. Okay? So when you go and you watch a movie, you are going to see very intentional characters wearing very intentional colors, wearing very intentional clothing, having very intentional names, performing very intentional acts. And all of these things are ritualistic in nature. Okay, and these rituals that are being performed on the screen are able to cause real life effects. Okay, this is what needs to be understood. So once again, taking it back to the point of this video is, why exactly is this taking place? Well, as I said, the people that control the planet are black magicians. So as a black magician, the primary motive is to, one, increase the personal power. That's always the most important thing. Focus on the self and increase your own personal evolutionary power at all times. Okay? Now, the second thing is to, in regards to sharing the doctrine of the black magician or the negative path, this is going to be the sharing aspect of the black magician. This is going to be how, as black magicians, we help others evolve, specifically who are going to choose to be black magicians themselves. Okay, so there is a aspect of being a black magician where you teach others how to be black magicians themselves, or teach others how to be negatively polarized themselves. Okay, so when we're looking at the entertainment industry and we're seeing all the dark Kabbalistic programming, what this is doing to the mass collective is this is programming the mass collective to be more so negatively oriented. Okay, so the more someone consumes movies, music videos, and TV shows that have that dark Kabbalistic programming embedded within it, the more these individuals who are consuming the content on a subconscious and unconscious level are getting programmed in a negative way. And when I say a negative way, I mean in a darker way. Okay, they're getting programmed to behave, programmed to think in the ways of a negative being, a negative entity, as a black magician. Okay, and that is one of the main reasons why there is so much dark Kabbalah that is embedded within the entertainment industry. Now, this is also something that is understood by the people that are operating these programs, okay, and by myself, okay. I personally am very well aware that the majority of individuals on this planet do not have what it takes to be a successful black magician. Being someone that is on the negative polarized path is one of the most challenging, hard paths that someone can walk, if not the most. There is the most catalyst, there is the most pain, suffering, but if you can make it through that, and if you can process the experience, you can ultimately, if you have the willpower, if you have the intention, and you have the drive, you can turn it into your own power and potential. This is also why black magicians have the most wealth on the planet as well and control the planet. Okay? But as I said, it is very rare that an individual, even if they wanted to be a powerful black magician, it is still very rare for that individual to successfully make it as a powerful black magician, because there is an initiatory process that one has to go through in regards to black magic, which has to do with the darker side of the Kabbalistic tree, once again, as I said earlier, which is called the clip-off. It's associated with the archetypal mind, except primarily it's associated with the negative aspects of the archetypes. Okay? So what this means is that when the mass collective is constantly consuming all of this entertainment, and when they're not aware that the entertainment they're consuming has dark Kabbalistic programming, what's happening is these individuals are getting programmed in a negative way. And if these individuals, being the mass collective, don't know what they're on this planet doing, and have no idea about their soul and their spirits, and ultimately don't know how to turn that dark energy into their own power and potential, then that negative programming is going to keep them from progressing in regards to their evolution. It's one primary thing it's going to do is it's going to keep them from being positive. It's going to keep them from pursuing the positive polarity path, and it's going to keep them, as I said, more negative. But once again, there's a certain level of power and intention and drive that someone needs to have on the negative path to turn that path into something valuable and powerful. So the people that are in control of the industry are very well aware that most people on the planet do not have what it takes to be a real black magician. So with all the dark Kabbalistic programming that is going out through the industry and pumping into the mass collective, it is basically shelling the mass collective, keeping them stuck, keeping them stagnant, and keeping them more negatively polarized than positively, but not enough negatively that they know how to use it to their evolutionary advantage. So basically, it becomes a form of psychic warfare. Okay, so the entertainment industry, with its dark Kabbalistic programming, tilted in that negative manner, is a form of psychic warfare. Okay? Now, once again, if you just happen to be one of those individuals, if you are somebody like myself who does have the willpower, does have the intention, and does have the mindset, the proper mindset, then you can use all of this dark energy that is in the world around us today, coming through the entertainment industry and all the other industries, and you can transmute that into your own power and potential, and actually understand what's happening at the same time, and understand what you're doing, why the world is the way that it is, and how you can take advantage of it. See, if you're that type of person, then this is a prime time to step into the most powerful version of yourself. Okay? In that case, you would have so much opportunity to step into your ultimate power. Although the path is still going to be challenging, you would still have a huge amount of opportunity. But generally speaking, most individuals do not have what it takes and do not have that proper mindset. So most individuals are mindlessly consuming dark Kabbalistic rituals that are programmed from people like myself and the people that control this planet to keep them still, more so in a negative manner, so that it prevents them from pursuing the positive polarized path, but also creates more of an opportunity that an individual can start thriving on the negative polarized path. Okay, see, as a real black magician, as someone who's on the negative path, there are two primary things that will serve you the most and that will increase a black magician's power. The first one is the more you can spread the negative polarity, the more power you're going to gain as a black magician. This is basically why black magicians are always doing things to manifest primal chaos. And the reason is because we thrive within chaos. So the more we manifest chaos in the world around us, the more power we gain. Okay, so spreading the negative polarity, okay, for example, through the industries. Okay, that's a great way of spreading the negative polarity with the dark Kabbalistic programming. spreading the negative polarity in other ways, using psychic warfare. Yeah, and those are just a couple examples. And then the second way of increasing your power as a black magician has to do with teaching others how to be proper black magicians themselves, teaching others how to properly walk the soul evolutionary path of the negative polarity. Okay, so if I, as a black magician, can teach you listening to this how to use dark energy and ultimately use it to your advantage, understand it truly, teach you how to use it in your life, but most importantly, how to transmute it as you see it in your life, and then understand what you're working with so that you can turn it into your power. If I can teach you how to do that and then you end up becoming a successful black magician yourself, I gain power as well, because there's an entire soul evolutionary path, which is the path of the negative polarity, and that would be how someone evolves on the negative path. Okay, so under the same laws of the source, whenever you help someone reach a higher evolutionary potential, the person who helped that person do that, there's always going to be value that comes in return. Okay, well, naturally, when it comes to the black magicians and the people on the negative path, we are always going to be spending our time and energy focusing on individuals who are interested in pursuing the negative path. And oftentimes, we will also try to focus on people who are gravitated more so towards the positive path and then turn them over to the negative path, teaching them that there's a different way to evolve. There's different ways to, different ways to reach your highest potential. Because the truth is, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people have only heard about the positive path, and they think that's the only path that's okay to take, and that is due to religious programming. Okay, but who do you think is in charge of religious programming? And the truth is once again, the majority of people who pursue the negative path are going to fail along that path because the nature of its challenge is that intense. Okay, but once again, as a real black magician, someone who's successfully initiated through the Qliphothic tree, I am telling you truly how a black magician gains power through spreading the doctrine, the teachings, and the laws of black magic to other individuals who are willing to receive it and use it to their advantage, or just spreading the negative polarity in general by doing things like using anger and hatred to your advantage in a channeled way, or using psychic warfare in some sort of spell, curse, or ritual on somebody or a group of people or a location or whatever the case is. And these are some of the examples of how a black magician gains power in the world today. So you can imagine having control of the entertainment industry is an amazing way to spread the negative polarity, as well as give individuals an opportunity who are learning about themselves and learning about their souls and spirits to view those rituals that are done on the screen and then think to themselves, how could I use that to my advantage? If you're the right individual, if you have the proper imagination and you know you're capable of it. Somebody like that could watch a show. For example, there's a show on TV right now called Sandman. I haven't seen it myself, but I know somebody that has, and they mentioned there's a lot of occult symbolism within the show. Well, if you're that right person and you have the proper mindset, you could watch a show like The Sandman, and you could notice all the subtle occult nuance that is shown within that show. And you could use it to your own advantage. Maybe you figure out a certain spirit in the show. You learn the name of it. You set up your own invocation space, and then you perform an invocation. And you sit with the energy, and you start to connect with the energy. The energy starts to transform you. It starts to telepathically communicate to you and give you steps to do, and you start following those steps. You start listening to your intuition more than you ever have before. See, this would be an example of somebody who is listening to their intuition, has the right mindset, has the right perspective, is open enough to step into the unknown. And once again, for the path of the Black Magician, we are also well aware that there are going to be other Black Magicians out there that are gravitating towards the negative path. And if we can find you, and if we can help you evolve on your evolutionary journey, that is going to increase our power as a whole, the negative path in general. Okay? So this is some of the main reasons why there is dark Kabbalistic programming that is taking place in the world today. Okay, so now when you see it, you can know what you're seeing. Okay, and when it comes to if you're a positively oriented being or if you're somebody who's in the middle, then you can imagine the entertainment industry is not really going to be that great for you to be consuming on a consistent basis. Because as I said, if you're in the middle and you don't know what polarity path you are, you don't know what you're doing with your soul and your spirit, then all that content you're consuming, all that programming you're consuming, it's just going to cause you to manifest more stagnation. It's going to cause you to be more dense in nature. It's going to cause you to be more confused. It's going to cause you to be more negative, and that most likely is going to affect your ego, make you more egotistical and things in that nature. And that is, once again, if you're in between, you don't know what path you are. Now, if you're someone on the positive path, you also should be able to recognize the dark Kabbalistic programming in the entertainment industry. Just naturally and intuitively, you should notice that. And on the positive path, it would not be in your best interest to consume the entertainment industry on a consistent basis, because exactly that. If you're positively polarized, then you don't have much of a place to be consuming dark Kabbalistic rituals. Okay, you can imagine that would affect your polarity. Okay, but if you're a Black magician and you know you're a Black magician and you're pursuing the negative path consciously, you can consume as much of the entertainment industry as you want, but always have the awareness of trying to learn what are the programs and the rituals that are behind the industry. What are the programs and rituals that are behind the entertainment so that you can learn about them and ultimately use them in your own life in whatever way that you use them, okay? And turn it into your power, okay? So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed this video, definitely come down here and hit that thumbs up button, okay? Also come down here and hit that notification bell because I post videos as often as I can, and with content like this, you definitely don't want to be missing out. Also, come down here. That's the subscribe button. Definitely make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, because if you're continuously consuming this content and you're not yet subscribed, then I promise you are making a very big mistake. And the reason is because you could further be linking into this content simply by subscribing. Okay, so if you want to get the most value from it, subscribe. Okay, so the next thing I want to say is you have my full permission to copy and paste this link and send it out to anybody, family, friends, social media platforms, you name it. You have my full permission, okay? My intention is to spread this content like a wildfire and to increase my empire in the process. And that's exactly what has been taking place, okay? The next thing I want to say is if you come down here, you can add me on Instagram. That's my Instagram handle. Super easy to type in, JER_477. Go ahead and check me out on social media platforms. Also, if you drop down into the YouTube description and you scroll down, you're going to find another section that shows my social media platforms where you can see my Instagram link and also my TikTok account. Okay, so you can follow me on TikTok, where I post short clips from my YouTube channel over to my TikTok accounts. And there are some very valuable posts that are over there. So if you have a TikTok and you're listening to this, definitely make sure you go and follow me over on TikTok as well. Okay? And the next thing I want to say is if you would like to join within a private Facebook community, you could do so. It's also in the YouTube description. Everything's in the YouTube description. You scroll down, you're eventually going to find something that says private Facebook community. Underneath that, there's a link. You click that link, follow where the link takes you. Eventually, you can request to join within the private Facebook group, where there are at this point, there are about 500 members. There is content that is getting posted on an active basis that is extremely valuable. Okay, so if you want to take advantage of joining and potentially finding yourself around a group of like-minded individuals, then definitely look into it. Okay, you know what to do. Now, This is going to be the most important link within the entirety of the YouTube description that I'm about to take your awareness to. If you click that little arrow drop down, it's the first link at the top. You cannot miss it. This is where you can join my Patreon, okay? On my Patreon, I have an entire vault of exclusive occult content. None of this content is on my public channel, and that is for many different reasons. None of this content is meant for the public, okay? I have content that falls along the lines of live streams, blog posts, and videos that are very similar to this one, except all these different avenues that I just mentioned are more advanced and more personal, okay, than what you're getting here, okay? Then as you move into tier 3 and up, you're gaining access to an entire magic training course, which I feel like would be extremely valuable, especially if you're a beginner occultist and you're looking for a structured format to follow to start developing your psychic capabilities, okay? That would be for tier 3 and up. Then as you move into tier 4, this is the top tier, but this is also the most popular tier on the Patreon, okay? This is what's called the Universe.B Vampire Service, okay? So on this tier, I perform a ritual on the 29th of every single month that has a 29th, and it's an advanced occult ritual that is designed to change the energetic structure of the participants permanently to be more so Universe.B dominant, okay? So what this means is that these individuals who receive the service have an ability to exist within the dark energy areas and locations of the multiverse without being harmed by them, but rather developing knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and power from them instead. Okay, so this naturally gives these individuals an ability to be more so receptive to their unconscious and subconscious mind, and it also gives them a psychic ability to pull in dark energy and chaos from the environment around them and then transmute it to their own power and evolutionary potential. Okay, if this is something you want to take advantage of, you know exactly what to do. Okay, we'll leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to give a special shout out to everyone specifically who is a Patreon, okay, for taking your knowledge, your practices, and your studies to that other side. Huge shout out to all of you, okay? The next thing I want to say, this is the second link in the YouTube description. You can't miss it. This is where you can book your tarot card reading with me, okay? You can book a very unique tarot card reading from me. And this is definitely very different than any other reading that you've received before, I promise. And the reason is because I understand the Kabbalistic tree way more than the average person. So what that means is I can literally pinpoint exactly where you are on that Kabbalistic tree. I can tell you what you're feeling, experiencing, and going through in the present moment, and then what to expect moving into the near and long-term future, all based on your positioning on that Kabbalistic tree itself. Okay, if this is something that you want to take advantage of, you can definitely do so. Second link below, check it out. Okay, then as you move into the third link, this is where you can become a YouTube member. You can join into the awesome YouTube community. You're going to get many different benefits from doing that, but one of the most important benefits you gain is access to the Psychic Warfare Emoji Program. Okay, so this is a group of emojis that I've created myself based on real occult principles, and you can use them in a certain configuration and then link in the name of a target of your choice, hit enter, and it will actually cause psychic damage to that target. It is the most simple form of utilizing psychic warfare through the internet, and it really does work. Okay, there are over 1,000, well over 1,000, close to 2,000 posts of individuals who have taken advantage of this service. There are individuals right now in this moment who are taking advantage of it, okay? If this is something you want to get your hands on or just become a YouTube member in general, definitely do so. Third link in the YouTube description. We'll leave it there, okay? Then, ladies and gentlemen, last link is the fourth link below. This is where you can book a 50-pack bundle of EMF incense sticks from me, okay? Electromagnetic frequency incense sticks. These are incense sticks that are created by myself. They are not your traditional incense sticks. They are very different, okay? I pre-package them with energy. I put an occult formula that goes within them that creates 100% manifestation. I put 11 drops of real monatomic gold that soaks into the sticks, which gives them the EMF properties. There's real essential oil that goes into the sticks as well, which makes them smell absolutely amazing. And then at the liquid base level, there are real quartz crystals and there are real citrine quartz crystals that are charging them for over 24 hours, okay? If these are some sticks you want to get your hands on, then you can definitely do so. Fourth link below, purchase your bundle and I shall ship it out to you, okay? Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to wrap it up. I appreciate you all very, 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 very much. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day or night, wherever you are. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.